welcome back. I'm Di, and today I am bringing you my first impressions on the Buttermilk Creek Mystery Series. The first book is Christmas Cowbells, which was the December Book One Cozies Club, or first in a series Cozy Mystery Book Club selection. I run this book club in the Mystery Madness Goodreads Group, linked down to the description box below. Just so you know, March Mystery Madness is around the corner, so you definitely want to be in the group to hear all of the announcements, see all the posts, get all of the information ahead of time. This will be our 6th round, so definitely look forward to that. But back to Christmas Cowbells. Like I said, it was the December selection. In this book, we follow Bryn. She has recently moved to Shenandoah Springs to start her artisanal cheese business. She has brought 3 cows. Things seem to be going well. She's made a friend in her neighbor Nancy, who has also recently moved to Shenandoah Springs. She has bought the church next door in hopes of remodeling it and making it an area where the local artisans can sell their wares. There are a lot of people in town that have things to sell, like a Christmas tree farmer. There's someone who owns an apple orchard along the way. Obviously, Bryn and her artisanal cheese, and there are many others in town that have businesses like this. So Nancy thought that remodeling the church would be a wonderful idea to help boost the economy in the area. Things seem to be going along well, except one of Bryn's cows, Petunia, is constantly mooing. She is starting to get on the town members' nerves. People are starting to give unsolicited advice to Bryn in regards to how she should deal with her cow. But that and the fact that the townsfolk aren't really welcoming to newcomers such as herself and Nancy are the least of Bryn's worries. A fire was started at the church Nancy had bought, which resulted in Nancy's death, and now it seems that Nancy wasn't the only one that the killer wanted to get rid of, because mysterious things start happening on Bryn's property as well. So to be completely honest with you, I didn't really enjoy this book. There are a lot of things that bothered me that I can't really say what they were because it would be spoilery. But if you are interested in knowing my full thoughts in regards to everything that bothered me about this one, definitely check out my chapter by chapter if you are not bothered about being spoiled. I go into great detail about the things that bothered me in this one in those videos, so I will link the playlist down in the description box below in case you're interested. But in general, I had issues with the way the sentences were formatted. I had issues with the fact that Bryn constantly brings up her ex-fiance who cheats on her. Throughout the book, there are mentions of him, and I don't feel like that was necessary information to have, nor did it lend itself to anything in regards to the story, but bring irritation to me. The investigation in this book wasn't really an investigation. I wouldn't call Bryn a amateur sleuth. I feel like a lot of the information that is found is because it was either brought to her by others or that she stumbled upon it. For me, when I'm looking at reading cozy mysteries and I have an amateur sleuth, I'm looking for that amateur sleuth to be an active investigator. And that's definitely not something that Bryn is. But if that's something that you might be interested in, like just a normal person who happens to stumble upon information and figure out a mystery, then this book might definitely be for you. For me, that's not what I was looking for, and it's not what I look for when I like to read mysteries or cozy mysteries. I ended up liking a lot of the side characters a lot more than Bryn, which again is not something that is a plus for me when I'm looking to enjoy a series. I have to feel that connection with the amateur sleuth, and I just didn't get that in this book. The artisanal cheese information is very detailed, so if you're interested in things like that, again, this might be one for you, but for me, it was just too much information. It's not something that I'm interested in, artisanal cheese making. A few points were definitely interesting because I know nothing about cheese making, but to the extent that the information is put forth in this book, it's not something that I really enjoyed. This book does happen around Christmas time, so another thing that I was looking for in this story was that Christmassy feeling, and unfortunately that's not something I got in this book as well. It does definitely mention that it's Christmas time, and the book leads you through Christmas Day, but other than the fact that there is a Christmas tree farm and Bryn goes and gets a Christmas tree, I don't think that's spoilery information, by the way, but it's Christmas time. She goes to get a Christmas tree. Other than that, there's not really much Christmassy stuff going on in the book, so that was a bit disappointing as well, because I picked this one because I thought it was going to be Christmassy. I always look for something Christmassy to read during this holiday season, and this one just didn't have what I was looking for as far as that goes either. This book does include recipes at the end of the book. Some of those recipes are things that were mentioned in the story, of course. A couple of them I was hoping were in the back there, and they were, so that's something that I was very happy about. I will definitely be trying those recipes out. But like I said, I ended up enjoying the side characters in this story a lot more than I did our main character, which was unfortunate. All that being said, will I be continuing this series? I do not believe I will continue this series. Like I said, I'm not really interested in the artisanal cheese making and all the processes and things that go into that. I didn't connect with our main character, and even though I enjoyed our side characters, when you read a series, you read it for the main character, and there's no pull there for me in regards to that. This author does have a couple other series, one of them being a crafting series, which is something that I was very interested in before I started this series. With the problems that I had with this series, I do not believe that I will be trying that series out anytime soon, though. Like I said, some of the issues that I had with this book was in regards to the way sentences were formed. If I had listened to this book on audio, I don't think that the issues that I had with the way the sentences were formed would have bothered me as much, because I wouldn't have been able to see it on the page. Things like that were like road bumps to me, and it really ruined the flow of the story for me. I would feel like I was on a roll, you know, getting all the information, and then all of a sudden there'd be something weird on the page and I'd have to go back and reread, and that just ruined the experience for me. So yeah, I definitely give this author a try again in the future, but not anytime soon. I would definitely be more interested in listening to a book on audio, because I think a lot of the issues that I had with this book could be fixed. I don't know if fixed is the right word, but wouldn't bother me if it was presented in a narration as opposed to me actually reading it with my eyes. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say about this one. It's been a while since I've read a book that I really didn't enjoy. I wouldn't say this book was bad, though. There were definite things that I did enjoy. But like I said, if you're interested in more of my candid thoughts about this one and aren't concerned about spoilers, definitely listen to my reading vlogs in my chapter by chapter for this one. The playlist is linked down in the description box below. And yeah, I don't really enjoy bringing you videos about books that I am spotlighting that I don't really enjoy, but because of the way I do Book One Cozy's Club, I always give my general thoughts about the books in this type of format. So I'm a little bit sad that I didn't enjoy this one as much as I thought I would. If you have read this one, definitely let me know what your thoughts were down in the description box below, or you can read along with me in my chapter by chapter. I have already picked out the selection for January for Book One Cozy's Club, and that is going to be Murder in the Margins, the first book in the Open Book Mystery Series by Margaret Loudon. This is a new release. It was released in October 2020. I decided to go ahead and pick this one instead of picking one out of the jar because my mom recently picked this book up for me after seeing it in the bookstore and thought it would be something that I would be interested in. So I thought, what better way to start the new year than with a new book? And so this is going to be the book that we will read in January. As I have been doing recently, I will be doing a chapter by chapter on this. So if you would like to read along with me, definitely keep an eye out for those videos to start posting. They usually post around the 15th of the month. So if you're interested in reading along with me, that would be the way to do it. I will break the book down into chunks, and then each video will be a certain number of chapters. If you have read any of Mollie Cox Bryan's other series, definitely let me know down in the comments below. I would love to know which one is your favorite. Like I said, I believe she has a crafting mystery series, and I believe her other series is a scrapbooking mystery series, just based on the titles that were presented in the front of Christmas Cowbells. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this one. I hope you are all doing great. I hope you are all safe and healthy. I also hope to see you in January for our next chapter by chapter. Take care and smile always. Bye.